Back with our Farm Bureau Insurance postgame show in a moment, right here on the Spartan Media Network.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Now, how do we get to the airport?
Take mine.
Thanks, Jen.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Sometimes we're asked if you need to be a Spartan to be a member of Michigan State University Federal Credit Union. The answer is no. To be an
great home court advantage that it is. It is a tremendous environment. That's why you love coming in here and competing. And I can't wait to see these Cyclone guys do just that here tonight.
You know, you can't have a great win without a great opponent.
Exactly.
Iowa State's got one of the traditionals here tonight.
Cyclones will wear their road Cardinal uniforms. Iowa State across the chest, gold lettering and trim. And Kansas will wear its home white uniforms. Kansas across the chest, blue and white, or blue and red rather, lettering and trim. We are seated opposite the Iowa State bench. As we call the action tonight, the Cyclones will operate from left to right in the first half. And our opening tip is brought to you by Iowa State 1858, a handcrafted quality vodka with a portion of the proceeds going directly to Iowa State student athletes and ISU facilities. So some final instructions from TJ Otzelberger, and now Torrey and Lipsy, Buchanan, Jefferson, and Momchilovic. That's familiar starting five out there for the Cyclones. A lot of Iowa State fans here tonight. As many as could squeeze into the arena.
That'll be 16,300 here. And boy, they're heavy on the bass here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting a workout just sitting here. All right, here come the Jayhawks. And it'll be Badunga to jump center against Blake Buchanan. And eventually Kip Kissinger will put the ball in the air between them. And we'll be ready to rock and roll. Iowa State trying to win down here for the first time since 2017. And it is loud.
It's deafening. But I will say, it's deafening at Hilton too. But
no doubt.
This old tin building maybe just reverberates a little more.
Kansas wins the tip and operates right to left in front of us. Darren Peterson against Torrey, two tremendous freshmen out high. Peterson hands it off to Council on the left wing. It comes out to White. Here's a pass to Tiller. Turnaround jumper, 13 feet, got it to go. Yeah. Tiller connects 2-0 Kansas.
Yeah, got the short roll, and Tiller had the opening. Averages just 8 a game.
Lipsy on the left wing for Iowa State. Throws it out high to Joshua Jefferson. Now to Buchanan. He'll hand it off to Torrey. Couple of dribbles and a pass to Buchanan along the right side. In on Badunga. Challenge. Turnaround jump shot wouldn't go. And Badunga rebounds. Kansas up 2-0 and with the ball. And Peterson dribbles it up. Torrey on him. Out it comes high to White. He'll hand it off to Council. He's got Lipsy on him. Taman using his chest. Staying in front of the, always looking to drive it, Council. And now here's Tiller again, in on Jefferson. Up and under, and he banks it in. Tiller with 2 quick buckets, and it's 4-0 Kansas. Very talented freshman, redshirt freshman. 4-0 KU. Jefferson has it left wing. Defended by Tiller. He throws it to Momcilovic. Now Buchanan has it out high. Throws it to Milan along the left side. Council bumping him out. He goes to Jefferson, who hands off to Lipsy. Lipsy driving right to the baseline. Cut off. Behind the back pass to Jefferson. Open 3 way out right. No good. Out of bounds off Kansas on the rebound. It'll belong to Iowa State. Joshua probably will get some open looks from 3 in this game.
Yeah, he's not shot it great. He made the first 3 for Iowa State about past the midway point of the first half last Saturday, and that kind of got Iowa State going from 3.
Cyclones down 4-0. Here's a pass to Torre, and off his fingertips and out of bounds. It was a good look from Jefferson, but Torre took his eye off it, and it goes over to Kansas on the turnover.
Yeah, sometimes just kind of looking to see where the shot blocker is, where the defense is. You got to focus on the ball. Joshua gets the turnover, but it's kind of a shared turnover on that one.
Melvin Council brings it up the floor for Kansas. Lipsy harassing him. 4-0 Jayhawks lead it. Council on the dribble out high. Hooks a pass underneath to Badunga for a 2-hand dunk, and it's 6-0 KU. Okay, we talk about slow starts, Eric.
Yeah. And we talked about stopping those runs at 6.
That's right. Here's Lipsy to the other end. Hesitation move. Kicks it out to Jefferson. He gets into the paint, muscling his way in. Tough shot, banks it in. Yeah. Jefferson the answer at 6-2.
Well, answers with a tough one over the 6'11 Tiller. It backed him down, got it off the glass with touch.
6-2 Jayhawks. Council against Lipsy out high, drives it, kicks it out to the corner. Tiller a 3, around and out, and the rebound to Momcilovic. Now the Cyclones pushing it with Torre on the dribble. He'll hand it to Jefferson out high right. Jefferson working against Badunga, muscles in. Badunga knocked it free and off Jefferson, out of bounds. It'll belong to Kansas. 17-17 to go in the first half.
Reach
6-2.
in there. So they got ball and knocked it off Jefferson. A good attack of the basket.
Council into the front court for the Jayhawks. Goes to the left wing, and Tiller, who has 4 early points. Jefferson trying to pick his pocket. It comes out to White. Now Council around the top with the dribble. Lob pass, and Badunga. Another 2-hand dunk. And it's 8-2 Kansas.
Well, a roll to the opposite side of the basket. And that was thrown about 14 feet in the air, I think. Badunga, what an athlete.
Lipsy driving into contact, floats it up there, no good, but draws a foul. And Taman Lipsy will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Well, if you're looking for a guy to stop a scoring streak, yeah, boy, over the last 4 years, Taman Lipsy has been that guy many, many times. And this time, he gets to the free throw line to shoot a pair.
Foul on Tiller. 2 shots coming for Taman. It's 8-2 in favor of the Jayhawks. 16:42 to go in the first half. Lipsy's free throw try is no good. And now Plata in for Buchanan. Heisey will come in for Lipsy if he makes this free throw. Taman on the season, 75%, knocks down the second, and now he'll come out. And it's 8-3 in favor of the Jayhawks.
And they'll get Marco Jackson in the game. 6'3", former McDonald's All-American. Redshirted a year ago.
8-3 Kansas. 16:39 to go in the opening half. Here's Council into the front court, defended by Heisey. Got a screen. Council to the right side with it. Shovels it off to Jackson. He'll give it back to White for a 3, and he missed it. The rebound to Torre. One and done for Kansas. Torre the other way. Over to the left wing of the dribble. He's going to launch a 3, and he missed it. And the rebound tracked down by Council, and he'll look to race it the other way. Council cross court to Peterson. A 3-ball, no. And the rebound to Torre again. Cyclones down 8-3. Torre up the left side. Drives it into the paint, and he walked. Just slipped a little bit in the painted area. And the turnover gives it back to Kansas. And now Lipsy in for Torre. And TJ Otzelberger, a discussion with Torre as he comes out of the game. about maybe not getting too sped up.
Yeah.
That could be what you're talking about. 16 minutes to go in the first half. 8-3, Kansas leads. Here's Council against Lipsy out high. Shoveling it off to Peterson way out right. A bounce pass goes left wing to Jackson. Now back to Council. To Jackson, right side pass to Peterson. Baseline jumper on the way, no good. Rebound tracked down by Heisey. It's been one and done for Kansas. But now Iowa State's got to get their offense in gear. Lipsy left wing. Puts it on the floor and drives it and throws it away. Heisey was going one way, the pass went the other. Iowa State turning it over here in the early going. And we've got a timeout. It's 8-3 Kansas with 15:33 to go in the first half on the Cyclone Network from Learfield. Cyclone fans, when it comes to performance and endurance, there's a new product supporting Midwestern farmers developed in Ames, Iowa, and made from all-natural corn oil that raises the roof on the competition. Don't replace your roof when you don't have to. Instead, protect and add years to your asphalt shingles at a fraction of replacement costs. Restore those shingles, defy weather, support farmers, and save money with Roof Rejuvenate from Color Biotics. For more information, visit colorbiotics.com.
When you live in the Midwest, you're accustomed to leading the nation in certain things, from corn and pork production to eggs and soybeans. And now we're adding another product to that list, clean, renewable wind energy. By investing in wind turbines and partnering with area farmers and landowners, Mid-American Energy is harvesting wind power that's homegrown right in our very own backyard, which not only provides customers with low, stable energy rates, but also the support to make our Midwest communities safer and stronger.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Cyclone fans, choose chill. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. It's got that crisp, refreshing taste that makes those moments when you choose to rise above the noise and choose chill even better. Coors Light is an official sponsor of Cyclone Athletics, so crack one open and take a sip. Coors Light, choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado, beer.
Welcome back to the Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield first half. 15:33 to go. It is 8-3 in favor of Kansas. All 8 of their points coming in the paint.
Well, it's kind of the same story we've seen in recent games, although it's sometimes a little different here at Allen Fieldhouse, but Iowa State off to a slow start, and it's been turnovers, and we talked about how Kansas defense, all the metrics are really good, except they just haven't been as good in the 3 conference games so far, but they've been really good defensively. They've really taken away Iowa State's ability to get into the paint. And I think we're going to see just a little more movement out of Iowa State's offense.
Yeah, Cyclones 4 turnovers already. Kansas is yet to turn it over. Don't get fouled up. Stay safe this season. Get electric and natural gas safety tips at MidAmericanEnergy.com.
The saving grace about those 4 turnovers, really not live ball turnovers. So the Cyclones haven't given up anything in transition yet, but
a couple of lobs to Badunga.
A couple of shorties by Bryson Tiller. And Iowa State with Lipsy, Jefferson, Momcilovic, Heisey, and Plata in. Jayhawks with their starters in, except for Elmarco Jackson is in. So as the Jayhawks go smaller, they go with the 6'3" Elmarco Jackson in place of the 6'11" Tiller, which means that Jefferson is probably going to be covering Trey White now.
Council dribbles it across. He's picked up by Lipsy. Off it goes to the right wing to White. He's got Jefferson on him. White between the legs on the dribble. Hesitation, up and under. Lean in jumper, won't go. Rebound tipped around. Played it, tipped it out to Lipsy. Good job, Iowa State again holding to Kansas to 1 shot.
Yeah, looked like Badunga might have it.
Now Lipsy on the right wing. Can Iowa State get something going offensively? Jefferson baseline right. Backing his way in on White. Jefferson muscles in, throws it out to Lipsey. He'll launch a three. It's off the mark. And the rebound tracked down by Council. Iowa State shot it horribly in the first half down here last year. Council finds a backdoor cutting Peterson. He tried to dunk it. It went all the way to the corner on the miss, and White has it. Now Jackson a drive, and he got a foul on Momcilovic. Very unfortunate for Iowa State that missed dunk by Peterson was reboundable for Kansas.
Yeah, good challenge on that dunk attempt by Plata.
Peterson was trying to get a highlight reel dunk down from the left baseline. Now Jackson at the free throw line.
Yeah, 71% free throw shooter.
And he missed the first. Iowa State will get Jamarian Bateman in for Momcilovic. And Kansas will take Peterson out as McDowell checks in.
I mean, Peterson hasn't scored.
Nope.
He's 0 for 3 from the field.
One more free throw for Marco Jackson with a score at 8-3. And he got it. It's a 9-3 Jayhawk lead.
And pressure in the backcourt.
They throw it into Jefferson. He throws it ahead to Lipsey. Taman down the lane. Good pass underneath, but it's knocked away. And Badunga comes up with it. So the Cyclones turn it over again.
Yeah, 5 turnovers.
And here comes Kansas with Council on the dribble. A pass out to Jackson on the right wing. 9-3 Jayhawks in front. Badunga kicks it back out. And Jackson has it on the right wing against Bateman. Drives it into the paint, running left-hander. Back too hard. And the rebound to Jefferson. I don't know how that shot didn't go down. Jefferson the other way has it stripped by Jackson. And it's off Jefferson and out of bounds. Joshua just getting sped up. That's the third time he's turned it over. And the ball goes over to Kansas.
Yeah, it's just been a turnover fest for Iowa State.
Iowa State with just one field goal. That was Jefferson down low. They trail it 9-3. Here's Booker with a backdoor pass to White. Underneath for a layup for Tiller. And Kansas leads this thing 11-3.
You know, Iowa State can't win if they can't get a shot.
Lipsey up the right side. Off a screen, throws to Jefferson, a left wing three. Good! Joshua Jefferson with both field goals for Iowa State. That was a big one to cut the lead to 11-6. That shot's going to be there for him tonight, I think. McDowell over to the right side with it. He'll bounce it out high. And Tiller hands it off. And now pressure against Jackson. Throws it off to Council. Kansas has done a great job not turning it over. Jackson, left baseline drive. Passes to the corner. Council tries a three. Missed it. And Bateman will be called for a foul here as he tried to box out Tiller. Two guys competing for that rebound.
Wow. You know, I mean, he was holding his ground. And I think Brooks Wells might have missed one that time.
Jefferson out, and Torrey re-enters for Iowa State. 13-12 to go in the first half, and it's Kansas out in front, 11-6. Here's Tiller on a bounce to McDowell, right wing. Couple of dribbles, he'll leave it for Council on the left side. Bateman defending him closely. Council a contested three, got it. Melvin Council with his first bucket, 14-6 Kansas.
And he hasn't shot the three ball very well lately, but he made 9 in one game this year.
Now Lipsey at the other end on a kick out to Heisey for three. Good, Nate Heisey from the left wing. And Iowa State might have the lid off that basket finally. It's 14-9. At the other end, McDowell around the top on the dribble. Now can Iowa State turn over Kansas a little bit? Haven't been able to do that here.
Well, they don't turn it over a lot.
White on the dribble, into traffic. Now there is a turnover as Buchanan got a hand on it, and Lipsey comes up with it. Here comes Iowa State. Lipsey leaving it for Bateman, right wing. Back to Taman. And now Torrey left side, back to Lipsey. He drives, teardrop, wouldn't go. And the rebound to White. And it's 14-9, Kansas the lead in the ball. 12:05 to go in this first half. And it's knocked away again by Iowa State. Torrey tries to track it down, couldn't do it. Now McDowell, cross-court kick out to White for a three, and he got it. Off the exchange, White hits the three, and it's 17-9, Kansas. 11:45 to go in the opening half. Heisey, another three left wing. Missed it. And the rebound to Tiller. Outlet comes to Jackson. Jackson pushes it up the right side. Leaves it for White. He'll launch. Well, no, he doesn't. Brings it back out instead, and Council has it. Council puts it on the floor and drives. Kicks it out. McDowell, left baseline. Into traffic. Now out to White for a three, and he got it. Back-to-back threes for Trey White. And it's 20-9 Kansas. Timeout Iowa State. That's three straight threes for the Jayhawks. And they lead it 20-9 with 11:17 to go in the first half. Timeout on the floor. We'll take the break with them on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Cyclone game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country. Glacier Graphics and Signs provides big signs, bold graphics, and beautiful results for Cyclone athletics around Jack Trice Stadium, Hilton Coliseum, and the Stark Performance Center. Glacier Graphics and Signs helps you build your brand through the use of high-impact graphics, signage, and video displays designed specifically to tell your story and grow your business in a big way. That's Glacier Graphics and Signs, the preferred graphics and signage provider of Iowa State athletics. Visit them online at glacier.com to see how they can bring your big ideas to life.
Your premier Chevy dealers, proud sponsors of Iowa State Cyclones basketball, and home to the #1 selling brand in Iowa for the past 10 years. A streak that continues with an award-winning lineup backed by dependable trucks like Silverado and SUVs like Equinox with all-day versatility. Find a dealer near you at moreiowans.drive.chevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility February 2014 to January 2025 new vehicle retail registrations in the state of Iowa.
Welcome back to the Walmart Blue Cross Blue Shield first half. Kansas has hit 3 straight three-pointers, and they now lead it 20-9 over Iowa State with 11:17 to go in the half.
You know, and with Trey White, I mean, he's a good three-point shooter, 42% on the season. The Council made one, and he's 34, but if you factor out one game, he's probably in the mid-20s from three. But they got those, and Iowa State, on the other hand, 2 of 6. But it's not so much just shooting 33% from three. It's that 2/3 of your shots have been threes, and you've turned it over 6 times. And you know, you just can't win doing that. But Iowa State's been resilient this season, finding ways to get past slow starts. But this is kind of what happened to last year down here. I know 2 different teams for sure, but it can happen here. You're playing against a really revved up crowd and a really revved up KU team, and you got to find ways to take care of the basketball and get them back on their heels a little bit and let that Cyclone toughness really show itself, which it tends to do. Hy-Vee is proud to sponsor the Iowa State Cyclones. Hy-Vee, where there is a helpful smile in every aisle.
And Latham High-Tech Seeds, Stellar Industries, the Iowa Clinic, and the premier Chevy dealers are raising money for every free throw made by the Cyclones. Proceeds benefit the American Cancer Society and Coaches vs. Cancer. Latham High-Tech Seeds, Stellar Industries, the Iowa Clinic, and premier Chevy dealers are cheering on the Cyclones from the free throw line and helping to raise cancer awareness across the state. Now a 3 by Momcilovic goes.
Just a dribble handoff and a step back. He had the 6'3" Marco Jackson on him, and he just rose up and shot it over him.
A big 3 from Milan to get him going. It's 20-12 now. At the other end, Jackson kicks it out to the left wing. Peterson bumped, and a foul on Torre.
Yeah, catch instead of a shoot, just a quick dribble. And Torre's leg kind of got out there, and that's team foul number 3.
Kansas will inbound, leading it by 8, 20-12. We have 10:50 remaining in the first half. Peterson to throw it in, goes to Badunga, elbow left. Badunga waits for Cutters, finds Peterson, couldn't get the shot off, dribbles back out to the corner, then attacks again and draws another foul on Momcilovic. And that's 2 on Milan Momcilovic in the early going of this one. He just hit a 3 a moment ago, but he gets the foul out on the perimeter trying to reach in around Peterson.
Yeah, Peterson's so quick, and as Milan kind of flashed out on him, Peterson with that super quickness drove by and got the bump, and Iowa State's going to go with Dominic Nelson, who's given Iowa State a bump the last 2 games.
Badunga, elbow left against Buchanan, hands it off to McDowell. It's a 20-12 Kansas lead. McDowell double team, got rid of it. Badunga, kick out, left corner. Jackson trying to drive baseline, challenged and fouled. That's another foul on Iowa State. This one goes on Joshua Jefferson, and that is 5 team fouls already on the Cyclones. Kansas with just 1.
Well, they hadn't really fouled much earlier. I mean, but it's all been kind of a flurry of fouls here in the last 3 or 4 minutes.
And now Jackson back to the free throw line for KU.
He's 1 of 2 tonight.
And he got the bounce on the first one.
Cyclones will go with Taman Lipsey. Heisey gets a rest, so Toure, Lipsey, Buchanan, Jefferson, and Dom Nelson.
The lead is 9 for Kansas, and Jackson will shoot 1 more free throw. And he got it. Kansas up 22-12. Here comes Lipsey as we approach the midway point of the first half. Taman into the front court, got a screen from Jefferson, took the dribble to the left side. Now a rescreen. Lipsey finds Nelson in the corner. Back out it comes. Jefferson, top of the circle. Shot fake and a drive, draws contact from Badunga, and the foul on Flory Badunga, his first. And so Iowa State will inbound underneath.
Yeah, good job by Jefferson faking. He makes that 1-3. Badunga comes out a little strong, and he goes by him.
Buchanan collects the inbounds pass, goes to Torrey. Underneath to Jefferson, stripped away, but a foul called. Joshua took a hit that time, and it's on Tiller, I believe, which would be his second. And Jefferson will get free throws out of the deal. So Joshua, who has 5 early points, shoots 2 here, with Iowa State down by 10. Joshua's first try, right through.
They get Trey White back in for Tiller. So once again, Jayhawks going with a 4-guard lineup with Badunga.
In Big 12 games, Jefferson averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. He made both free throws. He has 7, and it is 22-14. Here comes Peterson the other way. 9:58 to play in the first half. Cyclones trail it by 8. McDowell has it out high near half court, defended by Torrey. Off to the left side, Peterson. A jumper on the way, good. Aaron Peterson with his first basket of the game.
Just a little curl cut. And with Lipsey on him, able to shoot over him.
24-14, Jefferson the other way. Goes to Torrey, right corner, back out to J. Jeff. He finds Lipsey on the left side. Out to Buchanan, now Jefferson way out right. Shot fake, in on Badunga. They come over with a double, try to take it away. He finds Nelson, Nelson drives, and had a block, but a foul call. Nelson doing what he does best, getting to the free throw line.
And Badunga there to block the shot, but it was Marco Jackson that reached in and committed the foul. And that is team foul number 4.
And free throws for Dominic Nelson. That is something Dominic Nelson will do. He missed the first one, though.
And they get Jackson out and bring back in Council.
One more free throw for Dominic Nelson with the Cyclones down 10 and 9:22 to go in the first half. Second try, no good again. Rebound Buchanan, back up in a crowd, couldn't get it. Tipped by Nelson, wouldn't go, and out of bounds to Iowa State. So they compete hard on the glass.
Yeah, just had some close shots. I'm not saying easy shots. A lot of traffic.
Yeah, they maintain possession of the basketball, though, and Jefferson to throw it in. Jefferson goes out high to Lipsy. Cyclones down 10. Taman to the right side. 17-footer. Missed it. Jefferson tracked the rebound over to Buchanan. He saves it in, but Peterson has it for Kansas. And now they have numbers the other way. And Peterson in on Torrey. Running left-hander good. Back-to-back buckets for Peterson.
Yep.
And it's 26-14 Kansas.
Just so smooth, great with that left hand.
Now Lipsy driving. Throws it out to Buchanan. He'll shovel it off to Jefferson left side. Cyclones down 12. Jefferson attracts a double team. Backs his way in. They try to take it away from him again. Out to Lipsy for a three. Left side, no good. Rebound to White.
Cyclones 3 of 8 from 3, and they haven't had necessarily great looks.
Yeah, that was kind of a settle three. And the Cyclones are down by 12 here. Left wing McDowell. We have 8:20 to go in this first half. Left side, Peterson, a three, no. Long rebound, Jefferson. Now the Cyclones have got to get it going offensively. Jefferson driving all the way in, puts up a tough shot, it wouldn't go. Peterson rebounds for Kansas and pushes it ahead. Left wing to McDowell to the corner, White, a three ball, good.
That's the transition three you can't give up.
Third three for White, 29-14 Kansas.
Yeah, this is a rerun of last year's game.
7:50 to go in the first half. Cyclones down 15. Lipsy has it out high for Iowa State. Taman on the dribble to the right wing. Waits for Cutters, throws it out to Jefferson for a three. It misses, and the rebound to Council.
Iowa State just not able to get anything finished around the basket or get in there.
Now Council to the left side with the dribble. Finds a backdoor cutting McDowell underneath the Badunga. Jump hook with the left hand is good. And TJ Otzelberger can't watch it anymore. Timeout. 31-14 Kansas. And they are carving up Iowa State on this end now. And Iowa State can't get anything going on the other end.
Well, right now, KU has been the better defensive team. And Iowa State just kind of settling for threes and very difficult driving shots.
Timeout on the floor, 7:20 to go first half. It is a 17-point lead for Kansas. They're up 31-14 on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
Hear that? Those are Pioneer brand soybean and cornfields, the #1 seed brand in the U.S., ready to harvest. The combine reaps and separates row after row of innovative genetics. Soybeans fall into bins and bounce off the tin with unbeatable yields. Pioneer corn and soybean seed is the #1 brand in the U.S. This is what it sounds like to plant #1. Learn more at pioneer.com/topcrop.
Time now for the Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield Health Coverage Report. Let's take a look at the numbers. When you enroll in a Wellmark individual or family health plan, you choose from thousands of in-network providers. And you're teaming up with Iowa's #1 health insurance company. We know healthcare in Iowa. Score great coverage from Wellmark. Find the plan that's best for you at wellmark.com/covered. Enrollment ends January 15th.
Based in Nevada, Iowa, Mid-States Companies is your all-in-one partner. As a design-build general contractor with in-house engineering, manufacturing, and crane services, Mid-States has been delivering results from coast to coast for over 20 years. With a vertically integrated approach, Mid-States' team of experts provide industry-leading solutions serving grain, feed, ethanol, industrial, and commercial clients. Don't just build a project, get results with Mid-States. Visit midstatescompanies.com. Mid-States Companies, delivering results together. Propane is the official fuel of Iowa State tailgating, providing your family a safe and reliable heat source. Propane is also the renewable choice for your backyard barbecues, mowers, home heating, livestock heat, crop drying, and more. To learn more about propane's safety and versatility, visit iapropane.org or contact your local propane provider for all your propane needs. This message provided by the Iowa Propane Education and Research Council.
Welcome back to the Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield first half, a first half that's been dominated by Kansas. They have not trailed. They lead at 31-14. Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield knows that quality coverage takes a great team, and with the Wellmark individual and family health plan, You can choose from thousands of in-network providers. Score great coverage and find the right plan for you at walmart.com/covered.
Well, 4 of 16 for Iowa State from the field, 3 of 9 beyond the arc. But again, 9 of their 16 shots have been threes, and they have not really finished at the rim, as they've only made one 2-point field goal. That was the first Iowa State field goal of the game. Jayhawks 12 of 22, 9 assists on their 12. And of course, Iowa State with 7 turnovers. Iowa State's been outscored, well, really, points off turnovers, points in the paint. What a margin there, 16-2. So Iowa State gets Mila Momcilovic back in. Also, Dominicus Plata.
Cyclones down 17. Plata top of the circle. Over to Jefferson. He'll dribble it to the top, get it to Nelson. Back out to Momcilovic. Now Jefferson left of the lane, works his way into the paint. Muscling in on Badunga. Right-hand jump hook would not fall. That's the rebound of Council.
You have to have those when you're trying to come back. Really good move by Joshua. Just couldn't get it down.
6:50 remaining in the first half. Kansas a 17-point lead in the ball. White has it out high. One dribble and a pass to the corner. Jackson. Oh, he got Lipsy to got hurt a little bit. Lipsy did. Here's a shot by Council that wouldn't go. The rebound of Jefferson, and Lipsy kind of trying to shake it off. Brooks Wells asking him if he's okay. Here's Nelson driving and scoring. Dominic Nelson just took it right to the bucket.
Yeah, and reversed to the other side to avoid the block shot. Great play by Nelson.
31-16. Boy, did Iowa State need that one. And here is Peterson off to the right corner. White, 3 more. Yep. That's 4 threes in the first half for Trey White. He was a 30% three-point shooter for his career. Yeah. But this year he's over 40%.
Yeah, he's really shot it well, and he's been one of their best, their second-best scorer.
34-16. Momcilovic, right side, in on Council. Milan backing in. Dirk fadeaway, right side, around and out. Rebound, Lipsy kicks it back out to Jefferson. To Momcilovic for 3. It misses. And the rebound of Badunga.
Well, good look.
34-16. Great hustle by Lipsy to get that offensive rebound. Cyclones down by 18. 5.5 minutes to play in the half. Council with the lob. Badunga the catch. Kicks it out right corner to Jackson. He lets the traffic clear, then launches a 3 long. But White rebounds and has it blocked by Jefferson.
And he throws it away.
Jefferson tried to outlet to Nelson and threw it away.
But he wasn't open.
No, he wasn't. And Kansas gets the turnover right back. 5:12 to play in the half. 34-16. Badunga to the right side, hands off to Peterson. Peterson reaching in was Jefferson, fortunate not to get the foul, but Peterson drives it and scores. He has 6, and it's a 20-point lead for Kansas.
Terrific body control by Darren Peterson.
20-point advantage, Kansas here in the first half. Lipsy driving right, all the way in, right-hand teardrop. Tipped by Jefferson, it wouldn't go. Rebound comes out, and finally tracked down. Council lost it out of bounds, and it belonged to Iowa State. Wow. Nothing easy for Iowa State tonight.
Oh, they had. I'll tell you what, though, they've had some better looks at the rim lately. That Lipsy drive. Jefferson had one where he backed Badunga in, got him off, and just couldn't quite finish it. They've had some better looks, but at some point, it's more than a better look. You got to finish.
Jefferson hands to Lipsy, who finds Heisey along the baseline. Back out to Jefferson. Now Momcilovic driving into traffic. Up and under, stripped away. He turned it over, and here comes Kansas up by 20. Jackson up the right side. Had it knocked away by Lipsy and stolen. Jefferson comes up with it. Cyclones the other way. Jefferson about to give it right back. Was lucky not to. Now Momcilovic, right wing. Off to Nelson in the corner. Take care of the ball. Nelson has it. Throws it to Jefferson. Low right. He lost it again. A turnover by Jefferson gives the ball right back to Kansas. 4 minutes to go. And now Lipsy tries to take it back, but Jackson maintains control. Iowa State really struggling, down by 20. Here's McDowell into traffic, pirouettes and throws it to Jackson for a 3, and he got it to bounce in. Marco Jackson got the bounce. It's 39-16 Kansas.
Boy, that's when you're playing with house money right there. Not a good three-point shooter. Bounce it off the rim high and goes in.
23-point lead for the Jayhawks. Low right Jefferson, in on Badunga.
Jefferson muscles through and gets fouled. And that'll get us to a timeout.
That's, I think that's just team foul number 5, so not a shooting situation. I don't believe.
It on McDowell, I believe. And
it is.
Yes, and that'll get us to a timeout. 3:26 to go here in the first half. It is 39-16 Kansas. We take the break on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
Dear Winter, Toyota can't get enough of you. Because Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. And that's more than any other auto brand. From the versatile RAV4 to the svelte Crown, the sleek Camry all-wheel drive, the Corolla Hybrid all-wheel drive, the rugged Tacoma, the tenacious Tundra, and the spacious Grand Highlander with all-wheel drive to keep you and yours safe. Hey, you bring the action, we'll bring the traction. Toyota, let's go places. Based on manufacturer's website, says a 10/20/25.
Hello, Cyclone Nation. Coach Otzelberger here. If you want to win, you need to have winning habits every single day. It's a commitment to being greater than you were last week, last month, and last year. Greater Iowa Credit Union is committed to helping you get there. That's why they build their loans and accounts to fit your needs. Greater Iowa also contributes hundreds of thousands of dollars to dozens of organizations throughout Iowa because they believe we can all win if we work together. Find out more at one of their 9 branches or at gicu.org.
Federally insured by NCAA, Equal Housing Opportunity.
What you do today matters tomorrow. At Key Cooperative, everything we do is powered by purpose, supporting farmers, families, and communities. Work here means more than clocking in. It's about making a difference. From agronomy to accounting, every role helps move our communities forward. Find purpose in what you do each day. Apply now at keycoop.com/careers. Key Cooperative, careers powered by purpose.
Welcome back to the Wellmark Blue Cross Blue Shield first half. A first half which has been absolutely dominated by Kansas. They lead Iowa State 39-16. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. Corn benefits the entire state. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning, unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to learn more.
I mean, 39-16. If you're at home, you think, okay, just start chipping away. And that's still the philosophy here. But, boy, tough in an environment like this against a team that's really playing well, and they're shooting the ball. They're 6 of 12 from 3. They're a decent three-point shooting team. But, you know, Trey White made a one contested 3, and that got him going. And now he's 4 of 5, and then you get the lucky roll from Elmarco Jackson. And also, Darren Peterson has not made a 3, but he started to assert himself a little bit, getting to the basket with some really, really nice finishes. But to me, it's about 10 turnovers on Iowa State and just 2 on the Jayhawks. The Iowa Farm Bureau celebrating generations of Iowans who rise with purpose, lead with heart, and inspire us all to be farm strong.
Jefferson to throw it in for the Cyclones. They're down by 23. See if they can get a little flurry going here to end the first half. Torrey off to Lipsy in the corner. Back to Torrey way out left. Not attainment. He got a screen from Jefferson. Finds Torrey, who gives it back to Lipsy. Even if they could get it down to 17 or 18. Here's Momcilovic driving, kicking it out to Lipsy for an open 3. Way out right. He missed it. And the rebound tracked down by Torrey. Back out to Momcilovic for 3. He missed it again. And the rebound to Peterson. Iowa State is 5 of 24 from the floor. Council on the left side. Under 3 minutes to go now. 39-16 Kansas. Right side, Peterson a 3. No good. Rebound Heisey. Outlets to Lipsy. Can somebody score? Lipsy driving into contact. Shot blocked by Badunga. And Badunga clears it. What a great shot block by Flory Badunga.
What an athlete.
Yeah, no doubt. So quick off the floor. 2:25 to go.
Quick athlete at 6'10".
Peterson driving. Got under the bucket. Kicked it out. They reverse it. Council a 3. Got it. A line drive 3 by Melvin Council. Makes it 42-16 Kansas. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Torrey left side. Torrey off a screen, kicks it out to the right corner to Heisey, drives and finds Torrey behind the back pass to Jefferson, and he missed the shot. But Torrey rebounds and scores.
Just took it away from Flory Badunga, but once again, Iowa State missing point blank.
Killian Torrey with his first bucket.
Killian with a couple of offensive rebounds here in the last 2 possessions.
42-18, now Council driving right, scoop shot good. 8 for Council, 44-18 Kansas. Oh my goodness. Lipsy to the top of the circle, drives it left. Into traffic, tough shot, no. Jefferson rebounds, and he was being fouled by McDowell.
Well, that is team foul number 6, so not a shooting situation, but boy, they had, I think a kick out there gives Momcilovic an open look. I mean, if you have an opportunity for that, you got to get to it.
Bateman in for Lipsy.
Kansas takes a 30-second timeout.
Taman got dinged up earlier. He's played through it, but certainly when he had to move quickly on the defensive end, had something happen, and he is playing through it. But Bateman maybe can give Iowa State a lift. Certainly a capable shooter, but man, 44-18 Kansas with 1:22 to go in the half.
Yeah, Toure with 4 rebounds, a couple of points. You know, he's competed, but you know, it's just Iowa State's inability to one-on-one create opportunities. Well, so then you got to run more offense. You got to find ways, and KU has defended Iowa State's actions very well so far.
Does this look like a top 25 Kansas team to you?
Well, you know what? They are. I mean, the coaches still have number 25.
Yeah.
But yes, talent-wise, oh, are you kidding me?
Momcilovic inbound for the Cyclones. And it comes to Heisey. Now to Milan for a right wing three, way off the mark. But the rebound to Torrey again. Now Milan will try one more, and he got it. That's a big 3 for Momcilovic, and it's 44-21. And it came off an offensive rebound again. The Cyclones competing there. Down by 23, though, here as we approach halftime, a minute to go. Peterson on the dribble against Torrey. Into traffic, throws it off to Jackson, left corner. Jackson way out right to Council. Down to 12 to shoot it. Council on the dribble. Takes it all the way in. Running left-hander wouldn't go. Heisey kept the rebound alive for Bateman, and here comes Iowa State on the run. Bateman driving down the lane. Now brings it back out. He'll hand it off to Jefferson, who works against Badunga. Jefferson muscling in and out of bounds to Iowa State.
16 on the shot clock, 31 on the first half game clock.
44-21 Kansas. Torrey will throw it in. Torrey takes a look. Goes to Jefferson. He's shot fakes and drives. Running right-hander off the glass, no. Torrey tipped it no good, but now Jefferson rebounds and scores. The Cyclones are getting after it on the offensive glass.
Killian Torrey, just great effort to keep that as a possibility.
44-23, you're right. Torrey really competing on the glass. Cyclones down 21, 11 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. 7 seconds. Council on the dribble against Bateman.
Cyclones do have a foul to give.
Drive by Council. Running left-hander blocked by Jefferson, but up with it is White. His putback would not go at the buzzer. So it's 44-23. Kansas leading at halftime. They led by as many as 26, and they lead it by 21 at the break. 44-23 our score, and we'll come back with the Organics halftime report after these messages on the Cyclone Network from Learfield.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa State Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's about being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa State Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
As the world's largest family-owned manufacturer of grain storage, drying, and handling equipment, Sukup Manufacturing offers top-notch products that empower farmers to thrive. Take your agricultural game to the next level with Sukup, where innovation and reliability are always a slam dunk. Visit Sukup.com to find your dealer today.
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Cyclones play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Cyclones this season, don't just fuel up, pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
There's a movement growing in agriculture that goes deep into our shared roots. At Organics, we call it thrivability. It's not just about meeting needs, it's about restoring life.
Largest network of dentists in the entire nation. Yep, another reason to smile. Go to deltadentalks.com and click on Shop for Insurance to get started.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Hi, this is Coach Bill Self. We're used to talking about all things basketball, but right now I want you to hear these 4 important words about the growing crisis of drug overdose. One pill can kill. Kansans are dying every week from drugs laced with deadly fentanyl. Please educate your loved ones to steer clear of street drugs, never buy pills online without a prescription, and always use a reputable pharmacy. Just one pill can kill.
Just like Bill Self and his coaching staff place their best players in the right positions for success, so does the Brush Group with their multifaceted marketing team of Sun Graphics, Don Levy Litho, and Brush Art Corporation. Sun Graphics is the proud printing partner of Kansas Athletics and is known for marketing support that is nothing short of exceptional. Make sure you are scoring with all your marketing efforts by contacting Sun Graphics today, proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics.
20 minutes of Jayhawk basketball are in the books. Welcome to the Halftime Show on the Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield. The Halftime Show is brought to you by the University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of Kansas Athletics, together with LMH Health, the Kansas Department of Insurance, reminding you to have a game plan before you invest. Help is available at smartinvestks.gov, and by the Kansas Lottery and the Rivalry Riches Scratch Ticket. Let's play. The Halftime Show begins now.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. What a half. Kansas on top of Iowa State, 44-23. Forced Iowa State into 10 turnovers. They were 8 of 33 from the field, shooting 24%. And that's with making their last 2 shots of the half. So an incredible defensive performance by Kansas. And then offensively, they shoot 50% from the field, made 7 threes, only 2 turnovers, and had 12 assists. So got downhill, penetrated, drew defense, made the extra pass, made threes, got dunks early, really established the inside in the paint early, and then things started to open up after we went on a little bit of an offensive lull from about the 16-minute mark to the 13-minute mark, but then Trey White got going, and that's a bit of a precursor as we're about to pick our Old Dominion Freight Line first half player of the game. I'm going to go with Trey White. Played almost 19 minutes in that half, 4 of 8 from the field, all 4 of those beyond the arc. He finishes with 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He was plus 23, the highest Jayhawk on the court. So Trey White is your Old Dominion Freight Line player of the half. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion is the official
freight line of Kansas athletics. Your score at the half, Kansas 44, Iowa State 23. We'll be back with a halftime show with a recap and highlights from the first half. This is the Kansas Insurance Jayhawks Sports Network from Learfield.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that you can be vulnerable and powerful. That taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. A first half utter domination by Kansas. 50% shooting for the Jayhawks leads to a 44-23 halftime lead, and that included a 5-0 spurt by Iowa State in the final minute 20. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Jayhawk basketball. First half recap is brought to you by Bud Light, a proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Well, the Jayhawks struck first and early and often to start this game, and Bryson Tiller had the first 2 buckets of the ball game, including this one, to make it 4-0 Jayhawks. Melvin Council with the ball left side, guarded by Taman Lipsey. Throws to Tiller at the head of the circle. 10 to shoot for Kansas. Tiller spins in the paint, muscles one up, gets it to go. What a start for Bryson Tiller. 4-0 Kansas. Yeah. Then it was a pair of Bidunga rim rockers. Let's hear them back-to-back. Flory Bidunga on a couple of vicious throwdowns. Council hooks a pass to Bidunga. He rocks that rim. A two-hand monster jam. 6-0 Kansas. Council dribbling it right side. A lob to Bidunga. A big-time slam. My goodness. He soared high and fires it home. What a start for KU. It was 8-2 at that point. Let's skip ahead to when the three-pointers started falling. Kansas hit 7 of them in the first half. 7 out of 14 for 50% three-point shooting. There was a stretch where Council and then White twice had a battery of three-pointers left and right. Let's go back to that portion early in the first half. McDowell between the rings, throws left side for Council. Man-to-man defense extended beyond the arc by Iowa State. Melvin, a step-back three. He buried it. Melvin Council throws it in, and the KU lead is 8. Jackson has it poked loose, dives on the floor for a loose ball. What an effort! Shades of Jared Haas. They fling to White. He takes a three. He makes a three. It starts with the dive. It finishes with the triple. KU pouring it on in the fog. Now Council to drive. Jamari in the corner. Steps through. White, can he do it again? You bet he can! Everything coming up. Kansas 20-9 Jayhawks. Timeout Otzelberger. Believe it or not, Trey White was only getting started at that point. He'd hit 2 more threes later in the half. I wish we had time to play them all for you. What a half for Kansas. Let's give you one more highlight, though. Elmarco Jackson joined the three-point party. His three put Kansas up 23 points. McDowell spins, finds Jackson. He dials up a three. Got it to go. Hit the side iron, then the backboard. Somehow fell through. KU by 23. 44-23 at the break. All Jayhawks on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
Enjoy more ways to save at Dillon's, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Dillon's app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Dillon's, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Dillon's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Hey Brian, did you know that 23rd Street Brewery serves brunch every Saturday and Sunday from 9 o'clock to 1?
Of course. We were just there last Saturday. The biscuits and gravy, chicken and waffles, it was awesome. Put an extra pep in my step as I went in to call the game.
I love it, Brian. But next time, don't forget the $3 mimosas. Whether you're fueling up for game day or just treating yourself, brunch at 23rd Street Brewery is the move.
23rd Street Brewery, where weekends taste better.
Jayhawk fans, this is Coach Bill Self. There's nothing like the excitement of a big win.
Rock, chalk it up, the Jayhawks win.
At the University of Kansas Health System, a big win includes medical breakthroughs that give families more time together and comfort in times of uncertainty. The University of Kansas Health System is the official healthcare provider of Kansas Athletics, together with LMH Health. Learn more about their exceptional care at kansashealthsystem.com.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. Being a veteran, it's interwoven into your DNA. It's really the absence of the connection and the purpose that can really drive a lot of veterans to some negative thoughts. For those who are in a suicidal crisis, the window of time to save somebody's life is very short. Our duty is to protect ourselves and protect our families. And one way you can do that is store your weapons safely. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
This message is for Karina, our mom who finished her high school diploma at age 28. Hi, Mom. It's Emmettith and Nicholas.
Congratulations on getting your diploma.
You worked so hard and have taught us so much. We love you.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. KU leads at 44-23 at the half. When we come back, Joe Dooley's thoughts on the first half and the second half play-by-play. That's next on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
We just kind of knew from the beginning that we were family.
They showcased a sense of love that I never had before. I mean, he's not only my parent, he's like my best friend.
At the end of the day, it's all been worth it. I wouldn't change a thing about our lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom? She started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse. Iowa State has the ball to start the second half. They go right to the rim, and Taman Lipsey throws an alley-oop lob and a throw down to Buchanan just like that. A quick hitter out the gates, and the Clones extend their run to 7-0 going back to the end of the first half. 44-25.
They take a page out of Kansas' book.
Tiller for three. Missed it, side iron. Rebound Trey White, though. Misses on an up and under try, and then it's knocked out of bounds by Kansas, they say. So Jayhawks empty on their first two tries at it, and Iowa State continues their surge from late in the first. 44-25 Kansas, 19:25 to play.
Yeah, cannot afford to give them life, and it's still a ball game, even though it got a 19-point lead.
Lipsey on a blow-by right to the cup, and this time he hits. He was 0 for 7 in the first half, but here in the first 45 seconds of the second half, he's got an alley-oop assist and a rim finish. 44-27 Kansas. It's a 9-0 Cyclone run. Tiller stumbles and a reach-in foul on Jefferson. We'll keep it with KU. First foul on either side of the second half goes on the big fella, Joshua Jefferson, his second.
Yeah, that's a big collision right there. See if we can get Jefferson in foul trouble. That's his second, but continue to go right at him.
Hawks have led by as many as 26. Currently they lead by 17. Peterson to play it in. Gets it to Flory, who promptly hands right back. Darren Peterson with 6 first-half points. Jukes Torrey out of his shorts. Kicks to White, and he hit a three, but Brooks Wells waved it off mid-shot.
There's no way you should do that.
Oh, my goodness.
That's ridiculous.
There was a slick spot on the floor, so he stopped play, but the ball was on the other side of the floor, and it just wiped out a three for Trey White. Bill Self is incensed.
And he should be. You got to wait till the other team has the advantage. I mean, that's ridiculous. I've never seen that before in a half-court set.
And the ball had already been skipped to the other side. There wasn't a Cyclone or a Jayhawk within 15 feet of that slick spot. And Bill Self saying unbelievable right now in the direction of an official that he certainly has some history with. 44-27, KU continues to lead, but just lost a three-pointer right there. Council, left side Peterson. Shot clock at 5. He's got to hurry. Elevates, fires, and delivers. Darren Peterson to the rescue, and KU goes up 20.
That puts you back by 20, and granted you're up 17, but that was a massive shot after they just took a three off the board. Darren Peterson late in the clock over Jefferson.
Love it. Halts a 9-0 run. Lipsey leans in, shoots, and scores. He's been a completely different player to start this second half.
Yeah, aggressive. Couple layups in the first possession of the game, delivered a nice pass for an alley-oop. So a big three by Darren. He's open again.
Can he do it again? No, too strong. Rebound Momcilovic of Iowa State. 47-29 Kansas. Lipsey a deep three. Misses. Rebound KU. Darren Peterson has got it. DP to push it down the right side. Hawks leading by 18. Peterson steps in. Trap comes. Has to spin out and kick to Trey White. White on the tail feather of the Jayhawk. Gets a screen. Backdoor cut. Peterson hangs. Fires. Misses. But he's fouled. And free throws coming for Darren Peterson.
And they have to deny Darren Peterson so he doesn't get on the perimeter. What do? Quick back cut. Good find by Trey White. Will send Darren to the line for a couple.
Peterson's three moments ago was his first three-point make. He had been 0 for 3 from downtown.
The conversations I had at halftime, everybody's like, hey, we're up by 21, and Darren has 6. And that's a positive.
First free throw good for a young man that hit 13 of 15 free throws on this floor 1 week ago. KU lead is 48-29. He can get it back to an even 20 if he hits the second. Peterson on the season shooting at 86% from the foul stripe. Spins with the left hand. One dribble with the right. Shoots. Hits. 49-29 Kansas. Lipsey to walk it up with Melvin Council guarding him. Bill Self barking out the defensive scheme. Lipsy trying to break Council down off the bounce, gets by him, misses a floater off the glass. Rebound Peterson of KU. Peterson goes behind his back to avoid Lipsy. Lipsy staying with him, bounce for bounce, nearly fouled him. Now Council tries to pass through traffic that's deflected and intercepted. A rare turnover on Melvin. Lipsy up the floor, a Euro step, rejected by KU.
Should have numbers.
Bidunga's got it. 4 on 3, Peterson for 3. No. Rebound tipped about, Iowa State's got it. Darren just a little off the mark tonight, 1 of 6 from downtown. On the other end, a driving runner is good for Heise, and the Clones cut it back to 18.
They've been so much more aggressive in the first 3.5 minutes going to the cup, coupled by Lipsy, that time by Heise.
TJ Otzelberger standing with his hands on his hips, likes a little bit more what he's seeing this half. Trey White at the top for KU. He had 4 first-half threes. Gives up to Peterson. He drives. Wild runner. Misses everything. He thought he was fouled. Rebound Iowa State. Momcilovic quickly down the other end of the floor. Backing in on Trey White. Spins. Goes over the left shoulder and converts. They've cut it to 16 in less than 4 minutes.
Yeah, they've made up 7 points. So Kansas is about to get the under 16 timeout, and it'll come at a good time. See if they can get something.
Council drives in, kicks out. Peterson passing up on a 3, which you rarely see.
Looks like some tired legs right now.
They kick it out. Darren fakes on a 3, plows into Lipsy, and a charge is called. And Kip Kissinger on the whistle now gets an earful from Bill Self, who's having to be pulled back by Curtis Townsend. Cyclones roaring out the second half gates, have cut it to 16, and all the momentum right now wearing Cardinal and gold.
Second half action is brought to you by Ameritrust Credit Union, the official financial well-being partner of Kansas Athletics. Proudly serving Jayhawk fans and the Lawrence community, federally insured by the NCAA. Bill Self just walked right out to Brooks Wells. It's our first time for a timeout, and he got an earful. Even though Darren Peterson still got us a 3 on that possession, just a call you can't make. And I think Brooks knows that, but Bill Self all over him.
Right before the start of the second half, Greg caught up with Joe Dooley.
Here with assistant coach Joe Dooley, forced 10 turnovers. That's Kansas basketball.
Well, we got unfortunately Jefferson was 5 of them. We did a good job of swarming to the ball and not letting him fan the ball out because he's such a good passer. It's 6 assists a game during the league play. So we did a nice job there. And then obviously once we got turnovers, we were able to get out in transition.
By 20, what's the message at halftime?
First of all, we got to clean up the offensive rebounds. The second thing, it's a new half. Let's get after them.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Since then, the Cyclones have outscored KU 10-5. It's 49-33 Jayhawks on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
For the win! Got it! Let's go!
Sirius XM is the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games, plus interviews and analysis.
He's got it!
So cheer along with the Sirius XM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Hey Jayhawk fans, Coach Self here. When I prepare for a game, I always do my homework. Investing is no different. That's why you should visit smartinvestks.gov, an investor empowerment initiative through the Kansas Department of Insurance. smartinvestks.gov is here to coach you on how to avoid investment fraud by chalking up the offensive and defensive X's and O's. Have a game plan before you invest. Visit smartinvestks.gov.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Kansas Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
49-33, KU leads Iowa State, but the Cyclones storming out the gates to start this second half. At KU, no field goals in their last 2 minutes and 47 seconds. So what do you suppose the messaging is inside that Kansas huddle right now?
Stop the ball. I mean, all the Iowa State points have been going to the rim, a couple in transition and a couple in the half-court sets. So got to get in front of Lipsey and stop the penetration right now. And on the other end, Kansas, not getting a very good whistle, but got to play through it. Understand that you're going to get a run by this Iowa State team. You're going to win this game by 35, and you got to play through runs. And we just got hit in the mouth the first 4 minutes. How do we punch back?
The five they'll try to swing with are White, Bidunga, Peterson, Tiller, and Council. Same five as those that started the game. 15:57 to play, 49-33.
The point guard, Jefferson, bringing the ball up right now, trying to get Momcilovic off the bounce. Going to get an illegal screen by Momcilovic, and that's part of the timing right there. You got Jefferson bringing the ball up, and usually the point and the big that's setting the screen have timing. That time they didn't have any timing, and he moved too early, so a foul on Momcilovic, turnover by Iowa State.
By definition, that was the right call. Any element of a makeup call after all the lobbying Self did during the break?
I don't think so. I mean, that was definitely a foul. We'll see on the next bang-bang play on a block charge call if it goes Kansas' way or not.
Peterson with the ball left side, kicks out to Council with 10 to shoot. They feed it underneath to Bidunga. Finds Tiller. He slams it home. Post to post on the pass, and Tiller rocks that rim.
Great awareness by Flory. He felt the double team. He turns over to find Bryson Tiller for an easy one.
Nice game out of Tiller tonight, who's 4 for 6. Heisey clears space with a forearm, dumps down to Torrey, kicks to Jefferson for 3. He hit it.
Yeah, they got all the way in the paint. Heisey didn't want to challenge the big bodies. Made a pass, then they made an extra pass, and Jefferson made him pay.
Down to a 15-point KU lead, 51-36. Cyclones scorching the nets this half. We'll tell you specifically how much at the next dead ball. White, right side with it for Kansas against this man-to-man defense of ISU. 7 on the clock. Peterson collects. Darren going to work, leans in, fades, fires, got it. 2 more for Peterson. The KU lead to 17.
Such a nice luxury to have when you're late in the clock. Who can just create a shot? Darren Peterson right there created space. We got Kansas a much-needed mid-range. There's a deflection by Flory. Activity in the passing lane.
Well, for as much as Iowa State struggled mightily in the first half, they're shooting 67% after the break. And they've outscored Kansas 13-9 since halftime, on the heels of a 5-0 run in the final minute plus of the first half. Lipsey hooks a pass to Jefferson. Fakes on a 3, hands back to Lipsey. 7 to shoot. Bateman, a deep ball, is good. Cyclones with new life and real belief as they pulled them within 14.
How about that one? No hesitation by Bateman. 3 or 4 feet beyond the arc.
They lead the conference in three-point field goal percentage. It didn't look that way in the first half. They have in the second. Darren, a blow-by, misses the dunk, and comes down Gimpy. He's hurt right now, trying to stretch it out.
Are they going to stop play?
They did for a slick spot earlier, not this time. He hustles down the floor. I think he was just checking to make sure his knee was sound. Heisey hits a 3, and Bill Self needs a timeout. Iowa State, once down 26, has stormed back to cut it to 11. Peterson is fine, I think.
And Bill Self's asking Brooke Wells right now, why didn't you stop it when my guy got hurt?
Self irate in the direction of Wells. Peterson missed the dunk on a right-hand hammer, came down clutching his left knee, and I think he was just kind of structurally checking it out to make sure he was okay.
Because he ran back under his own power, wasn't down, but man, that was a great example of could have been a makeup call by Brooks Wells, and there wasn't. Instead, Iowa State makes him play 5-on-4 on the other end, and we got an 11-point ball game with 13:29 to go.
Cyclones have outscored Kansas 19-9 in the half. 53-42 Jayhawks. You can gear up at Rally House by shopping an outrageous selection of Jayhawk apparel, headwear, gifts, and more. KU game day starts at Rally House. 53-42 Kansas. 13:29 to go on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
No matter your level of play, LMH Health and Ortho Kansas provide championship care to all members of the Lawrence community and beyond. Our experts in sports medicine and orthopedic care have partnered on the field with athletes for more than 45 years, providing innovative treatments and therapies for athletes of all ages. Call us at 785-843-9125 or visit lmh.org/orthokansas to learn more. LMH Health, a partner for lifelong health.
There's nothing like the energy inside Allen Fieldhouse. The roar, the passion. That same spirit inspires Aristocrat Motors, where we roll out the crimson carpet for every customer. From white glove service to unmatched amenities and an incredible lineup of luxury vehicles, Aristocrat is the reigning champion of the automotive experience. Visit aristocratmotors.com to shop our inventory and schedule your test drive today.
Do you have a reason to smile? If you have healthy teeth, you definitely do. And if you're covered by Delta Dental of Kansas, you have another reason to smile. Delta Dental of Kansas has many fabulous dental insurance coverage plans with a range of options to fit your life. You decide what you need. The whole process is so super easy. Plus, Delta Dental has the largest network of dentists in the entire nation. Yep, another reason to smile. Go to deltadentalks.com and click on Shop for Insurance to get started.
13:29 to go in this one. Kansas, who once led by 26, 44-18, saw a 5-0 run to close out the half by the Clones, and then a 19-9 start to the second half in favor of Iowa State. And suddenly got ourselves an 11-point ball game. Here's the good news. Peterson's okay. He's going to stay in the game. I think when he was initially hobbled, he was more scared than he was hurt, and he was checking the structure of his left knee for a second, a full 2 Mississippis before he started to run down the floor. But Iowa State, against the scramble defense, was able to hit a transition 3, and Bill Self's point was warranted on why didn't they stop play if they were willing to do it moments earlier for a slick spot.
Yeah, and Brooks brought this on himself. Making that call, he set himself up for that, and I don't know what his answer was to Bill. Now, all that being said, you got to get past it, and hope that you get the next one.
Now Peterson is going to come out. He was sitting on the chairs in the huddle that the 5 guys on the floor typically sit on, but he looks okay.
And he was due for a break.
So Jackson comes on. Peterson to the bench. KU leading by 11. Council, time to pick it up for KU with DP on the floor. He push passes to McDowell right side. Now they reverse it left wing area to Jackson. 10 to shoot.
Got the mismatch. Lipsy on Flory, but he's beyond the three-point line.
Flory steps through, hangs, and dunks it down.
How about that?
Split 2 Cyclone defenders, and to the rack he flew.
He got the mismatch, but he was beyond the three-point line. Couple dribbles all the way to the rim for a dunk. No interference. There's a backdoor cut by Momcilovic, and an easy dunk through the Kansas defense.
Heisey fires it down, and just like that, back to an 11-point KU lead, 55-44. Kansas defense in the second half has been nothing like what we saw in the first when they forced those 10 turnovers. Now Council loses the ball. Cyclones have it. Here they come 3-on-2. Bateman, a wild shot, misses. Rebound Melvin of KU. Melvin to push. 2-on-2 break to the cup. Blocked on a dunk try. And the rebound to Iowa State. That was clearly forced that time. Heisey, a transition 3, misses. And Trey White has the board for Kansas. I know Bill Self wants to play fast and frenetic, but they were a little too sped up on that last trip.
Yeah, but I like the aggressive play by Melvin. He tried to dunk, but Jefferson met him at the peak, and nice clean block.
3 missed dunks by Kansas tonight for what it's worth. Jackson throws left side. White wants a 3. He'll get a 3. Trey White, his 5th three-pointer of the night.
He has been the outside threat for Kansas. Good find by El Marco. And all of a sudden, this crowd's back in. They got to get a stop here, string a couple together.
14-point KU lead. 15,000 get on their feet. Jefferson to Lipsy on the right side. Lipsy rolling off the screen, little floater, misses short. Rebound Jefferson. Oh, and he's fouled going up, they say. Trey White likely the guilty party, and he is. Well, his first.
You do a good job of first shot defense, and the ball just bounces to Jefferson and go to the line for a couple. But what a big three by Trey White. That was after an Iowa State possession where Heisey had a good look, would have cut it to 8. Instead, Kansas goes up 12.
58-44, Kansas, 11:21 to go.
Bud Light, proud sponsor of Kansas Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy.
And LMH Health is your partner for lifelong health. Learn more at lmh.org. 58-44 Jayhawks, 11:21 to play on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
We all plan to be on time, but fender benders, damaged windshields, and slick roads can quickly disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design personal protection plans that work for you and help keep you on track. To get started, find an agent at shelterinsurance.com. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Spotting the perfect fit is kind of your thing. So when it comes to finding a used car, start your search at FordBlueAdvantage.com and find the perfect certified pre-owned vehicle at your local Ford dealer. One that comes with serious perks, like a thorough inspection, a Ford-backed warranty, even a Carfax report. Because you know what they say, the best finds are the ones that feel made for you. Ford Blue Advantage. Used car buying that's built for you. Available at participating dealers only. See your dealer for details and limitations.
You want to go platinum? Check out some of these fresh tracks. Yeah, you feeling it? Now we break it down.
If you really want to go platinum, play the Platinum Payout Scratch Ticket from the Kansas Lottery. You could win up to $500,000 instantly, plus $500K in the second chance drawing.
Now let's slow things down for the vibes.
Yeah, for the vibes. Platinum Payout. See kslottery.com for details.
Hey Jayhawk fans, this is Greg Ostertag, and you're listening to Kansas Jayhawk basketball on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
58-44, Kansas leads it, 11:21 to go. Trey White leads all scorers with 15 points. How do you get to 15 points the quickest? 5 threes. He's 5 of 6 from downtown, 5 of 10 overall, 7 rebounds to go along with it. He has been the star that shined the brightest here tonight.
And his teammates are doing a good job of finding him as they're overplaying Darren. That's going to leave somebody open, and they've done a nice job of finding him in the corners, and he's made Iowa State pay. But that last one was big. Like I said, the sequence of events where Iowa State have been really shooting the ball well beyond the arc. Heisey missed one, and Trey White hit one on the other end to put Kansas back up by 14.
KU's 7 first-half threes matched a season high for 3.5, what they did versus Green Bay. They've hit 2 since the break here in the first 8.5 minutes of the second stanza. But coming out of the timeout, it'll be Jefferson to the free throw line. He shoots them at 74%. For the All-Big 12 second-teamer, whose dad played in the NFL for the Colts, the Raiders, and the Browns. First free throw. No good. He's shooting toward the south end. There's some more students back as the second semester is about a week away, so stronger student presence here tonight.
Yeah, school starts next Tuesday. See if Friday night against Baylor we'll have even more here.
Second free throw also misses. Rebound, Bryson Tiller.
Yeah, nice little break there.
58-44 Kansas. Peterson back on for KU along with Jackson, White, McDowell, and Tiller. Omarco at the point. Throws to Trey White on the right wing. 11:04 to play. Hawks leading by 14. Jackson to Tiller. Steps through. Shoots. Misses a bunny. Oh, the left-hand layup.
Yeah, it was
too strong.
And it was a strong move. He got right into the chest, got a good look, and just couldn't finish.
Jefferson denied by Tiller on the other end, though. And KU gets some redemption from BT.
And he bodied up with Jefferson. Does a nice job defensively to force the miss. Well, Marco picked his dribble up.
He's in trouble. Got to hurry. Jackson about to get a 5-second call. Boy, there's your makeup call. He had about 6.5 seconds, it felt like. McDowell with the ball. Skips over the top to Peterson. He fumbles on the catch and lost control. Not a good possession for Kansas. Here comes Iowa State. Jefferson unguarded for 3. Misses. Rebound Peterson of KU. And a reach in by Lipsey comes quickly.
Yeah, numbers are starting to come back a little bit. Got some open looks by Iowa State over the last 3 or 4 possessions. Unable to convert. Kansas still up 14. Melvin Council gets back in. El Marco was running the team while Melvin was on the bench, and not a whole lot of flow there. Almost a 5-second count, and then the turnover in the corner. So Bill Self needed his quarterback back in the game. Melvin Council back in at the 10-16 mark.
58-44 Kansas, 10:15 to go. Council to walk it up. Neon green high tops, his Adidas shoe of choice tonight. Peterson crosses over on the left wing, leans in, curls back, and gets it right back from Flory. Now a trap on Peterson in front of the Kansas bench. Finds Bidunga with 8 on the clock. Lobs high to Tiller on the right short corner. Turns into a double team. He's in trouble. Kicks to McDowell to beat the buzzer. He does! Jamari McDowell from the corner. And KU goes up 17.
Sometimes they don't go the way you write them up, and you got to step up and make a shot. Jamari McDowell on the board with a huge 3 from the corner.
Buchanan driving on Bidunga. You can foul him. He shoots free throws at 46%. They don't. Heisey now kicks the ball, saves it from going out of bounds. Torrey on the deck, a tie-up. It's going to be KU ball on the arrow.
And once again, a Kansas Jayhawk first to the ground, first to the ball. Kansas on the alternate possession. Nice little run after Iowa State cut that lead. They go on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Some days I don't envy you having to do the post-game interview when things don't go well, but if this lead holds up, I envy you tonight, partner, because not only has Kansas played convincingly for much of this game, but those hustle plays, those toughness plays are exactly what Bill Self loves. Bidunga, a drive and a score. A big Euro step and a left-hand rim finish.
Yeah, he slow Euro step, got all the way to the rim. Crowd's back in it. Kansas back up 19.
63-44. Heisey for 3. Misses. Rebound Council, who may have gotten away with a travel as Tiller bumped him 2 feet. But he hangs out of the ball, and KU will keep leading 63-44. Now Council on a blow-by to the cup. Right-hand runner good. KU pouring it on. 65-44. It's a 10-0 Jayhawk run.
Keep getting downhill. Melvin Council keeps the pressure on, gets all the way to the cup. Kansas by 21. TJ gets a timeout. 8:26 to go. A lot of ball to be played, but we took their run, we took their punch, and we punched back.
On the video board, they're showing a young fan, probably a 6th grader, holding up a beware of dog sign for Melvin Council. We always are taught to beware of the fog, but beware of dog this season when Melvin's barking up a storm here in Lawrence.
And just listen to this place. This is what Allen Fieldhouse is all about.
65-44. Kansas leads on the heels of a 10-0 run.
Play Kansas Lottery's Rivalry Riches scratch ticket, and you can win up to $50,000 instantly. Enter tickets into the Play On app for a chance to win game day experiences.
Hawks by 21, 8:26 to go on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
When I smoke weed, I get lost in the music. I like to isolate each instrument. The rhythmic bass, the harmonies on the piano, the sticky melody.
Hey, careful, babe. There's someone crossing the street.
Sorry, I didn't see him there.
If you feel different, you drive different. Don't drive high. It's dangerous and illegal everywhere. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
8:26 to go. The Jayhawks weathered the storm of a hot start to the half by the Clones to claw from 26 down to about 11, but KU has gone on a 10-0 run, up their lead to now 65-44. Fueling the run early was Trey White, who's got a career-high 5 threes, but of late, other Jayhawks have got in the mix, and the 10 total threes by the team for Kansas, that's now the 5th time this season they've had double-digit threes. The 15 assists are their most in a league game. Right now, a 21-point lead looks good on them with 8:26 to play.
Again, we took their run. You know it was going to happen. This is a really good basketball team. Hasn't lost all year. Veteran group. They came out fighting, but Kansas got a couple big stops once they got it to 11. Trey White with the 3. Flory with 1 at the rim. Melvin. So it's been a team effort.
65-44 Kansas. Cyclones with the ball from right to left. Momcilovic backing his way down on Council. Spins, fades, fires, misses. Rebound, Flory Bidunga of KU.
Yeah, the much bigger Momcilovic gets Melvin Council posted up, but activity. He got an elbow into him, made that a difficult shot, and forces the miss.
Flory's got 10 points, 6 rebounds. 8 minutes to play. Council dribbling it right side, picks up his dribble. Bateman's all over him. Hands back to Peterson. ISU switches and Bateman picks up DP.
This is where he's just going to pull up.
Kicks to Council. A 3 to beat the buzzer. Barely draws iron. Saved by McDowell. Now Peterson takes one and makes one. Darren Peterson, 4-3.
How about Jamari McDowell? Grazes the rim. He gets the offensive rebound, and he knows where to go with it. Finds Darren Peterson.
68-44. Lipsy, does he have an answer? Yes. He was wide open, was Taman Lipsy, and now they stop play as Momcilovic lost a shoe. 68-47 Kansas, 7:21 to go.
They stop it when an Iowa State person has a problem, right? that was the right call. I'm being sarcastic there.
68-47. And hey, in Brooks Wells' defense, we've talked a lot about him tonight. I noticed during a timeout he came up, and you could tell he was pumping up KJ Adams. Couldn't read his lips, but you could tell based on body language, it was one of those conversations, hey man, you're going to bounce back. It's fun working your games. We believe in you type convo. You respect that a ton. Council dribbling between his legs, finds McDowell, orders up another 3, and delivers again. Jamari McDowell, his 3rd of the night.
How about the 3-point barrage by Kansas? Now the 5th time they've made at least 10 threes in a game this season, but
71-47 KU. Momcilovic gets Tiller airborne and draws a foul on Bryson. It's going to be 3 free throws.
I like the activity. You hate fouling a 3-point shooter, but he did a good job on the first one, staying down and avoiding the foul. But Momcilovic got a big guy out beyond the arc, and he'll go to the line for 3.
It's a career high in 3-pointers made for Jamari McDowell. His previous high was 2, which he'd done 6 times, most recently versus Davidson.
They're going to check the monitor to make sure that was a 3.
This play under review brought to you by the University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of Kansas Athletics. Together with LMH Health, we're looking at it right now. Boy,
kind of looks like his foot was on line.
He may have a right toe on that line, and thus only 2 free throws. We'll see. He's a very good free throw shooter, as you would expect.
But you look at his stat line tonight, he's 3 of 8. Kansas has done a good job of limiting his looks. He's made him pay a couple times, but defensively, the awareness and the energy and the activity that Kansas has thrown at this Cyclone bunch has been impressive now for about 34 minutes.
Well, Chilovich has only missed 3 free throws all year, so you prefer he's shooting 2 here.
The question will be post-game and the rest of the week.
All right, after review, the foul is a 3-point shot.
Okay. Well, sure looked like he's on line, but they have a better angle than we do. But, Kansas goes on to win this one. How do you bottle this up and go on the road? Take this show on the road. We lose at Central Florida, we lose at West Virginia because we didn't play with this type of intensity. And that's the question that, Bill Self can't answer it, his staff can't answer it. It's got to be the guys. And, Momcilovic hits the first of 3. And, you talk about players-only meetings, and, those are only as good as how you react. It's kind of like, hey, it was a good loss only if you react and you get better the next time. And what Kansas has done tonight is they've used that frustration that they felt on that flight home from Morgantown and did something about it. And they did that in their play, and they can have a really big week if they can hold on to beat Iowa State and then have Baylor in here, then all is right in the world.
Well, Chilovich hits all 3 free throws for the Pewaukee, Wisconsin native. He's now in double figures in the ball game with 11. 71-50 KU, 6:34 to play. McDowell, who also has a career-high 6 assists tonight, goes off to Council. Lipsy comes out to guard in between the circles. 10 on the shot clock. Screen comes from Tiller. Melvin dribbles between his legs, goes left of the lane, leans, shoots, scores. Cleared some space on Lipsy with the dip of the shoulder and a pure swish from there.
Lipsy tried to sell the charge. Referees weren't having it, and Melvin knocks down a mid-ranger.
Bateman for 3 over Tiller, misses. Rebound tipped about, and ISU keeps with Momcilovic. His corner pocket 3 misses, and a foul over the back on ISU.
Bryson Tiller goes up to meet the ball. First one to it. Foul on Iowa State, and Kansas on the glass doing a nice job. Getting out rebounded 34-31, but when you miss as many shots as Iowa State does, they're going to get some of those back. So overall, a good job on the glass by Kansas.
Momcilovic, when he hits multiple threes in a game, ISU is 43-8 in his 2.5 seasons. Got a feeling it's going to be 43-9 here in the next 6 minutes. Here's a drive by Council in the corner. Trey White. Hawks with a good ball reversal. Get it back to Council left side. 10 to shoot. Council in trouble, finds Tiller through a double team. Right side Jackson, head fakes on a 3, drives and kicks. Can White do it again? No, in and out, no good. McDowell keeps it alive, but Iowa State comes away with it with Lipsy. Bateman a transition 3, got it. Wow, that thing came down wet. A high arcing 3, and they cut it to 20 with 5:10 to play. Council across the timeline to Jackson. These Cyclones lead the Big 12 in scoring margin, but that's going to take a hit tonight. Currently down 20. McDowell from 15 rattles it in. A little shot from the right baseline. Hit the side iron and fell through.
Jamari didn't scratch in the first half, but 8 big points here in the second. Hit that big 3 from the corner a few minutes ago, and nice one there.
Jefferson throws in the corner, caught by Bateman there. A step through, turns, shoots, got it.
Well, Bateman, just like Jamari McDowell, doesn't score in the first half. He's got 8 here in the second.
He's just a freshman, so get used to him. He's going to be around for a while.
Well, we say that, you never know.
TJ does a pretty good job of hanging out.
He really does. This is a veteran team. Lipsy in his 4th year. Jefferson's been around. Momcilovic in his 3rd. But now Kansas can run a little clock.
There's a lob toward Tiller, double teamed on the catch, kicks in the corner, but threw it away. A steal for Bateman. 75-55 Kansas. Nobody picks up Lipsy. The White Sea parts, and he just coasts in for a right-hand layup as Bill Self puts his fingers on his temples in frustration.
Yeah, going to be a timeout at the next dead ball. Got it down to 18, but man, under 4 minutes, going to be tough sledding for Iowa State.
75-57, Council on a blow-by, over the shoulder, and down. A chance at 3 for Melvin Council.
Kind of fooled him right there. Looked like he was tired. He was walking the ball up, and then he just turned on the jets, got around, gets the and one. Kansas back on top by 20.
And the camera's cut to a fan that we happen to know because he comes to Hawk Talk every week. His name is Noah. He's wearing a dog mask. And as soon as Council gets the and one, that dog is jumping around. And how about this? They've added beware of dog signs on all of the video board above the exit
tunnels.
Entrances. Yes, the tunnel boards there all say beware of dog.
Love it.
Gotta love that. Credit to Mike Lickard and the Rock Chalk video crew for that special touch. Hawks by 20, 3:37 to play on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
Jayhawk fans, this is Coach Bill Self. There's nothing like the excitement of a big win.
Rock, chalk it up, the Jayhawks win.
At the University of Kansas Health System, a big win includes medical breakthroughs that give families more time together and comfort in times of uncertainty. The University of Kansas Health System is the official healthcare provider of Kansas Athletics, together with LMH Health. Learn more about their exceptional care at kansashealthsystem.com.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
I am the greatest fan in KU history.
I'm the greatest fan in K-State history.
I only wear crimson and blue.
I drive a purple car. This will never be settled. That's why Kansas Lottery has the Rivalry Riches Scratch Ticket. You could win up to $50,000 instantly and great game day experiences through the Kansas Lottery Play-On app.
I have a Jayhawk tattooed on the arm of a Jayhawk that's tattooed on my arm.
All my children are named Willie. See kslottery.com for details.
What up, Jayhawks? It's your boy Aaron Miles, the all-time assist leader, and you're listening to Kansas Jayhawk basketball on the Jayhawk Sports Network.
Always love hearing from Aaron Miles, all-time assist leader at KU. As I think about all-time greats, Mario Chalmers' name pops in my head because he put out on social media today on Instagram, he's going back to school. He's going to finish his degree here at KU. Said, Mama didn't raise no quitter. I always promised I'd go back and get this done. And here he is with a few world championship rings in tow, going back to get that degree.
Yeah, so proud of him. And, there's another guy to be proud of him. That's Scooter.
Yep. That's the first thing I thought of. Scott Ward smiling down from heaven, seeing that news. 77-57. Scoot, we love this one as well. 3:37 to go. Jayhawks by 20. They've led by as many as 26. They weathered the storm of a big ISU run to start the half and landed a counter punch of their own on a 10-0 run to take what had been an 11-point game and push it right back up to 21.
And this game, if you're outside looking in, didn't maybe to watch the game, you look at the box score and you see that Darren Peterson is leading Kansas in scoring, but that wasn't the story at all. And Melvin completes a three-point play to put Kansas up by 21. It's been a balanced effort. Everybody had a piece of this. Darren showed, even on an off night, how good he is. He still has 16.
And keep in mind, he was shadowed by one of the premier defenders in the league, in Torrey, for much of the night. Here's a missed three by Bateman, finally. And the rebound tracked down by Council, who had completed the three-point play previously. 78-57 KU, 3:14 to go. Trey White has it between the circles. Right side, Bidunga.
Gotta be careful with those elbows.
No kidding. 10 to shoot for KU. 3 minutes to go in the game. Jackson, a skip over the top, is tipped out of bounds by Momcilovic. And caught by Olok, our man from Union Broadcasting.
There you go.
Cat-like reflexes.
Sure.
Big thanks to Sports Radio 810 WHB, our Kansas City home, and their new project, Kansas Nation, that hosts many of our Crimson and Blue shows and Jayhawk locker room shows when the Hawks are on the road.
5 seconds on the clock, got to go.
78-57 Kansas. White leans into a three, draws contact, and a foul.
So
His
smart.
Trademark lean-in move. And every player on the bench is pointing to their temples like heads-up play. What a smart, savvy move.
You know, I've been critical of him somewhat sometimes because he tries too hard to draw a foul, but that was the perfect time to do what he just did. Late in the clock, got Momcilovic up in the air, and he's just kind of shaking his head like, I do that to people. I don't foul people like that. He's frustrated with that foul, and Trey will try to get his first points of the night inside the three-point line.
He misses the first of 3 free throws. He's an 84% foul shooter, second only to Darren Peterson. If he hits these next 2, he can push past DP for game-high honors. He rattles in the first to tie Peterson at 16 points. How about the balance of scoring, Greg? Peterson, White with 16 each, Council with 15, Bidunga in double figures with 10, and then you got a couple of guys with 8 in McDowell and Tiller.
Yeah, and you look at McDowell and Jackson coming off the bench providing 14 points, which has been a big topic that we're just not getting anything out of our bench by way of the offensive end of the floor. So really good game by El Marco and Jamari. Total team effort. Knocks down 2 of the 3. Kansas by 23. Under 3 to go. 2:50 on the clock.
80-57 Kansas.
And the white flag has been waved as TJ's starting to clear out his bench. And
Kelderman coming on. Here's a drive and a scoop shot good by Bateman, who's looked really good in this second half. Kelderman's a former walk-on that they gave a scholarship to prior to this season, his junior year. Will Bill Self go with any of his end-of-the-bench guys with 2:20 to play, 80-59 Kansas. Council has it ripped away by Bateman. A steal right in front of us, taken away by ISU. Bateman fakes on a 3, dribbles in, and now curls back. 2:05 to go. A rare turnover game for Council tonight. More on that in a second. Here's a 3-pointer missing by Bateman. Rebound on Marco Jackson. Then is it a tie-up or a foul?
It's a foul. How about Marco Jackson high-pointing that ball? He's been battling a little bit of a knee issue, but man, he showed his athleticism right there to get that rebound, and that's the 8th team foul on Iowa State. And he'll go to the line for a couple.
On this floor a week ago, one of the great stat lines that maybe wasn't talked about as much, Melvin had an 8-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Tonight, 3 turnovers, which is atypical. Just 3 assists, but how about 7 rebounds out of Melvin and 15 points? Jackson to the foul stripe. Free throw is good. Pure swish on the front end of the 1-and-1. One more coming for El Marco, who's now got 7 points in the ball game.
We talk about this week. Going to take care of business here tonight and then welcome the Baylor Bears on Friday night. A rare Big 12 game on a Friday night as El Marco knocks them both down. So
they're doing a few of those now with the TV package, and we're proud to be on one this Friday night at 7, 5:30 on the Crimson and Blue Show. 82-59 Kansas. 1:50 to go. Here's a running shot rejected by Bidunga off the hands of Nelson, but ISU saves it in the corner. Bateman, an aggressive drive and a right-hand layup over the shoulder is good.
He has been really good this second half, but not enough.
Bateman in double figures with 12. 82-61 Kansas. Inside of 90 seconds to play. Rock chalk chant picking up. There's still this much time on the clock. That's a beautiful thing to hear. Council through 2 defenders, tries a banker that misses. Tip try won't go for Trey, but he tipped it in again. Sticks with it and gets the deuce. Hawks by 23.
Quick off the floor. What a game by Trey White. Inside, outside. There's
now a block by Jamari McDowell. He took it away from Plata that time. KU will get it across the timeline. 15,000 on their feet. They will have to put up one more shot as there's still a 25-second differential on the shot clock and game clock. 84-61. KU in front. 35 seconds to play. Council gets a screen, crosses over all the way inside. Wild flip misses. Rebound Flory. They kick it out, and it will be a shot clock violation. Flory didn't realize that it never hit the rim, perhaps, or at least Jamari didn't. He thought it should have reset. Brett Smith says, you're up 23, don't worry about it. And
they're going to get Will Thingvall in, and he's having a heck of a time getting his sweatpants off. They can't get it all the way. Jamari McDowell forgot his jersey, and Will's over there. Can't get his sweats over his size 15 shoes. Samis, G, Wilder, Justin Cross, and Will get 26 seconds here in a big-time rivalry game against the number 2 team in the country, and a well-deserved applause for Jamari, Flory, Trey, El Marco, and Melvin Council.
Cyclones rolled in 16-0, tied for their highest ranking in school history. And in 26 seconds, there's going to be a blemish on that.
Yeah, not very often is Kansas an underdog at home, but they were tonight, and man, they took care of business early and often.
Thingvall gets a tip, nearly a steal. Heisey keeps it inside Plata, and he lays it up and in. 12 seconds to go. They get it into G. He'll get it across the timeline to Samis Calderon. Down to 8 seconds. Does G want to take a shot or dribble out the clock? Final 3 seconds, dribble off the clock, and you can rock. Chalk it up, the Jayhawks win. Undefeated, no more. An absolute domination, 84-63, Kansas.
Massive win, emphatic win after a loss on Saturday. Everybody talking about, hey, Bill Self needs to adjust and this and that and the other. They just got back to Kansas basketball. That's good, hard-nosed defense, turning defense into offense, make some shots, penetrate, make the extra pass. And they just had it going tonight, and they were great. And now can they build off this? But what an evening of basketball here in Allen Fieldhouse. The fans got what they deserved. This was a 40-minute effort by Kansas. Got punched in the mouth early in that second half, but man, did they punch back. Iowa State outscored them in the second half, but only by 2. And what a finish by Kansas. And now can they build off this energy and effort?
That's the hope. It could be a springboard catalyst type win for KU. We'll see what ensues, but an 84-63 win is at least a statement made. Hawks fell out of the polls. Iowa State in the polls for 42 straight weeks, but they're going to have a line or two knocked off their perch as they handed their first loss of the season in emphatic fashion by 21 here in the fall. Post-game coverage begins next on the Kansas Insurance Jayhawk Sports Network from Learfield.
You've been listening to live play-by-play coverage of Kansas Jayhawk basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. The University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of Kansas athletics, together with LMH Health. Delta Dental of Kansas. Unleash your smile power. Learn more about individual and family plans at deltadentalks.com. The Kansas Lottery and the Rivalry Riches Scratch Ticket. Let's play. And by Wendy's, proud partner of Kansas Athletics.